think I can put this jacket on her. Nope. Can't. Oh. What the fuck was that?
Excessive grade will lead to ruin.
And I can't move. I cannot. Oh, there. Yep. Something's hitting me. Something's hitting me. Oh god, no. Return to the base. Return to the base. I can't move. Yeet. I knew I heard something walking around. I just like I couldn't figure out where it was. I was just like, what is that?
Will lead to ruin.
Asshole. Goddamn pigs. Okay, let me put these items away. Why is there a Monokuma? Why is there Monokuma? What the fuck? Why is there Monokuma? Where did you come from? Why are you dangerous? I hope not. Oh my god. I was like, because I heard that sound, I was like, that sounds so familiar. What is that? And it's freaking Monokuma. Boy, what you doing up here? What? Should I attack you? Should I attack you? Will you give me something? Oh shit! You'll give me a kick? Oh my god, why are you so fast? Why are you so fast, Monokuma? Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Why is he so fast? Oh my god, no! 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 Wait! What's going on? What's going on? No! No! I thought it was safe! What the hell? Where did he come from? I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. And why is he so strong? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh, what is that? I don't do it. I'm bringing my back. I'm going back to level 3. I don't know if he's just here because of the difficult level, but take your ass back home. I thought this was supposed to be a safe space. It's supposed to be a safe space, Monokuma. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Oh my god, can I even extend anybody? Jesus Christ, how many Shigabanes? Okay. Awesome. Reset skills and convert them into skill points. I can I resign this? I think. Did I also get my Did I also get my Shigabanes? Hope so. Okay, yeah. So I get my Shigabanes too. So I'm just gonna give that to them because I need to reassign my skill points a little bit. But Jesus Christ, I was not expecting the Monokuma to be like doing some ninja shit, and at some point, well, oh, I don't have points. Okay, I guess I'll just. That's fine. It's fine. Fine. But God, I was not expecting that. I think he was also dragging me at some point because I was trying to run, right? And like, for some reason, my controller, it felt like something was dragging me backwards. So I don't think he was, but it felt like something was dragging me back. It's scary as hell. Oh, I can't. I don't have. Okay, I can use extend coin. Okay, that's good at least. Oh my god. He's still here! He's still here! He's still here. Hold on, let me, I don't want him seeing me. I don't want him seeing me. I need weapons, and no. What the hell? Where did my items go? Because he killed me. Oh my god, please don't say my items are gone. Okay, they're still over there. They're still over there. They're still over there. Jesus Christ.
Ready? No more messing around. Concentrate.
Hell, that's scary.
Ready?
Can you leave, please, sir?
Ready?
Can you please? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Can you please leave? Can you leave, sir? Can you go? Can you go somewhere? I'm just trying to... Oh my god, why are you so fast?
Red.
Leave! Go away! Go away! Please! Can you? I gotta keep an eye on him. Because he is strong. His kicks are power. I can't move! I can't move! I can't move! 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 No! 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 Don't kill him! Don't kill me!
I can't go there.
No! He is dragging me! He is definitely dragging me! Because I couldn't move! God damn it! Leave me alone, Monokuma! I'm just trying to survive! I just revived those characters too! You asshole! Wait, did I? Yeah, I literally just revived those characters! And you just yeet! Actually, you know, while I'm at it, come kill Zen, because I need him gone. He's too old. Come kill her too. Now everybody's a kid! That makes it harder to move. But you know what? Also, you know what? Also, yeah. Can I remove them? Yeah, I can. Actually, no. I need someone alive. So Sachika, you're not carrying anything. Okay, you stay alive, because I need you to be alive. While he, kills my party. And I need my items. Is he gone? Is he gone? No, he isn't. There he is. Like, why are you here? Can you please leave?
We need this, right? Let's take this.
Sir, can you go? Can you go away?
We need this, right? I'll hold it.
Like, how do you get rid of this little bastard? I was not. Jesus, Monokuma. Why you gotta do me like this? Why you gotta be like that? I need a... Oh. They're dead. Anybody else? Hold this. You can wear this while you're at it. Jesus. Now I gotta go revive them. Is there a way to kill you? Because you seem to not... You seem to take so much points. Jesus. No. I don't even wanna. I gotta Google that. How the hell you get rid of Monokuma? I didn't know he was in this game. How you get rid of Monokuma? Zanki Zero. Oh no. Monokuma. I don't know if Wait, he has a 120 attack metal bat? Ooh. Okay, so the reason why he spawned is because I looked at that Danganronpa poster in the first chapter ruin. Now I want to kill him because he comes with he has a lot of items on him. He has a lot of good items. He'll give you some good stuff. Ah shit! God damn it!
They won't get away.
No! Shit! Shit! Oh my god, why are you so fast? No! 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 No, 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 no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Monokuma. Why are you so strong? Ah, shit. My thing fell. The hell? Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, why am I getting an ad? And I was like, no, that's not Twitch. That's something else. I don't... I can't... How do I beat him? How do I kill him? I want to kill him. He has items. He has good items, but I can't. Like, look at what he did to my party. They're dead. Jesus Christ. Can I keep my Shigabane? I don't even have enough points. I mean, I do have some extend coins, so that works. Well, at least the ones who are old as shit are dead now. I could bring them back. But now we're all kids. Extend coin. I hope I get some points. Well, at least I can go back to the first chapter and get that little cutscene. Oh goddamn. But I need my items. Fucking Monokuma, bro. Why is he so strong? Sad. Because he's a rare encounter too. Killed by the creature of sloth. Oh. Died from being hit with a chair. Okay. Okay, I got my characters. Let me make a new save. Honestly. I don't know. Parts of me don't really want to save over that. Cause just in case I want him. If I want to try again. Even though I know my chances of surviving are 0. And I don't even have...
I'll hold it. Let's take this. I'll hold it. I need to lighten the load.
Let me get rid of this shit real fast. Get rid of it. Get rid of it before he turns around and whoops my ass again. Come on.
This will come in handy.
Yep. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Let's take this. Maybe this will come in
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Oh my god. Get rid of it. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. So fucking dangerous, man. I need a gun. I need a gun to fight the Monokuma. Because there ain't no damn way I'm gonna be able to fight him by myself. He is too OP for no reason. Ew. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna shift it around. So you're not carrying all the weight. Because Sachika can carry some stuff. Y'all are weak. Jesus Christ, Monokuma. Not fair. I wanna win. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. I want to save over again. Just in case I want to try to face off against Monokuma. These 9? Okay, so. Unfair. Hopefully he comes back again. Don't know when. Asshole. Oh yeah. I can learn some skills. I wanted to... Base expansion. Another base expansion. Now that I have that, I can build...
What's this?
Bedrooms. Definitely need that. So I can, you know, take a rest. 2 or more survivors level with survive. Wait, 2 plus survivors level 1 or more. Oh yeah, reform skill. Okay, so to get the workshop, I need 2 survivors. 2 plus 2 level 2. Oh wait, no, because I need driftwood. Do have.
Hey.
I don't like the
something
sound
here.
of his voice in the background. It's so scary. Okay, now I can go to the workshop. Ooh, I can bring my. But I want to upgrade the toilet later, but I can't. One plus survival level 2 or more. Okay, so I need a level. I think I need a level 1 survivor at level 2. Wait, what? 1 plus survivors level 2 or more. Okay, so I just need one. I just need one person with. Okay, so I have that requirement down. So I just need I just need some driftwood, some water, and some white flowers, which I can get on the island. Jesus. You know, I'm gonna save his skills a bit. Oh, actually. Okay. You down. Art of survival. Let me save your skills a bit. Okay, and he has 2. So should be fine. Harvesting grants ability to harvest in certain areas with a shovel at least 1 time a day. Oh, art of survival can go up 1 more time. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, I probably should be bringing up my my fighting skills. Okay, heals over time during child stage. Yeah, I definitely should do that because because everybody's a child thanks to Monokuma. Like, he had no reason. There was no reason. There's no reason for him to attack me like that. Like, what was the point? What was that? Like, bruh. I was just vibing. I mean, I just wanted to hit you once. I just wanted to see what you had on you, my boy. Like, is it wrong to try to rob you in broad daylight? Okay. Resting in bedrooms will progress time by 1 day. If 2 people share the same room, they will become more motivated and stronger, but will be a little tired. Does it heal stamina when sleeping alone? Okay, so it does heal stamina. Okay. And I have the workshop now, so I can craft stuff. Oh, no, he's still here. I was like, is he gone? Workshop. The workshop can be used to craft items and upgrade equipment. High quality equipment can be made by learning the craft item upgrade equipment skill. You will need the necessary materials to make them, but upgraded gear will give you an advantage while exploring. Okay. Ooh, and I can make better weapons. And I think I'll just. But I hope it doesn't like. It's not too much cold. I wish it would also tell me like. What kind of weapon is it? Like who would be better using those? Doesn't really say. Level 35 attack. Level 18 attack. I want this.
Wow! Look at that! This should make exploration easier.
Just need 3. Weapons. Can I make some armor? Cardboard box. Defense 5. Bandana. Defense 6. Okay, so I have more of this. I only need 3. Oil. Materials. What do I use the oil for?
This should make exploration. It's done.
Rope. Oh, I can make soap? But not right now, because I need those white flowers, so I'm definitely not gonna make the...
This is well made. I like it.
Maybe I should, like, save a flower or two. I mean, not a flower, but a tail or two, just in case. I need it for later. Ooh. Okay, this is clothes. What do I want to use? I have more cloth pieces, so I think I'll use that. Oh, I can only make one. Okay, never mind. I thought I had more. Oh, I need level 2 crafting. Ah, yeah, I don't have enough rope. I just gotta find more vines, I guess. Can I upgrade them? Do I have the necessary materials to upgrade? What am I using? What am I doing to upgrade them? Oh, strengtheners. I don't remember grabbing anything like that, but it strengthens them. Oh well. Okay, so strengthen the bandana.
Still has a lot of life in it.
There's definitely some defense.
Get stronger.
How many strengtheners do I have? I have 3. So I'm gonna strengthen my weapon. I didn't mean to strengthen that 2 times. God damn it! I was trying to strengthen it once. Oh well. Oh well. Can't do anything about it. Okay, so equipped. Equipped. Okay. I wonder, can we take on Monokuma now? Can we take him on? Can we take him on with these better equipment? Come on. Come on, boy. Come over here.
They won't get away.
Ready?
Waiting for my chance.
God damn it! Why is he so fast? Yo! Why is he so fast? He's so fast for no reason. Like, what is the reason, Monokuma? Why are you so fast?
Waiting for my chance.
I think I should... Okay. I think I found it. Okay, I found a way. I found a way to challenge him. So when he attacks, I'll attack after him.
Waiting for my chance. They won't get away.
Ready?
Damn it, he still got me. Why are you so smart? You asshole. He said, oh, you figured out a way to counteract my attack? Well, too bad, because I am better than you.
Ready?
Jesus Christ, come on. Come on, Monokuma. Come on, Monokuma. Why are you so fast? Come on. Come on. Come on, boy. Missed. Shit! Why are you... God. He is still too strong. I need to hide for a second. And hopefully he won't attack me while I'm trying to feed these guys.
It's alright. Pretty good.
Oh, wait. Goddamn. Oh. Okay, can I hide in here? And he won't attack me while I rest? Can I? Let me just,
We need to recover some energy.
That's so scary. Still here? Yeah, he's still here. I'm gonna just rest. Wait and
Let's
rest.
recover our energy.
Get my energy back. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna get you, Monokuma. Yeah, bet you gonna die today. So, I did not make enough weapons. Did I make another one? I forgot it was 4 characters.
This is well
Okay.
made.
Let me just hand it to her. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go.
Waiting for
Let's
my
go, Monokuma.
chance.
Fuck you. Come on. Come on, bastard. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I need to turn around because I... Okay, come on. God damn it. Oh, miss, boy. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, damn it. Shit. God damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Run.
Whoa.
Why can't I run? Run, run, run. He definitely can grab you. He is definitely grabbing you. Cause, oh my god, what the hell? No. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Okay. Okay. I need to hide from him.
Watch out.
I need to hide from him. I need to hide. He ain't gonna follow me over here, right? But I don't know if the garage is safe.
Is it safe here?
Definitely not. But Monokuma ain't really giving us a opportunity to, you know, really rest.
Found it.
He said, you decided to challenge me today, mortal.
What's this?
Well,
You need this,
today's your
right?
last day. This is the last time you will breathe. Where is he? Where? I don't hear him anymore. No, there he is. There he is. There's that little bear bastard. Why is he so far away? Can I stay in here? Will he come in here? Will he? He's looking this way. You know what? I don't trust it. He's staring at me. He looking at me, so I think he will follow me all the way over here. I don't think he gives a shit. He said safe room. That don't exist in this goddamn game, boy. Hear him. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I just needed to heal a little bit. Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Missed. Okay. Come on. Shit. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, he is definitely getting faster. I think he's getting weaker though. Uh-huh. Come on, boy. Come on. Missed, boy. Missed. Come on. Yee. Come on, my boy. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you running? Where you running? Where you going, Monokuma? Come back here. Uh-oh. Come on. Gotcha, boy. Oh. I got him. Oh. I defeated Monokuma. Oh. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good at this game. Yeah. Now, I got a powerful ass weapon. Give me that bat, boy. Give me that bat. I'm just doing a little dance. I got him. He thought he had me. But he didn't. Oh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done celebrating. Whew. That is what we call brute force strategy.